In a world saturated with information and constant stimuli, capturing and maintaining people's attention has become a significant challenge. Nevertheless, psychology offers us a toolbox of cunning tricks and techniques that can be used to positively influence people's perceptions, behaviors, and decisions. These tricks, based on solid psychological principles, not only allow us to communicate more effectively, but also to build richer and more meaningful relationships. From the importance of a sincere smile to the power of anticipation, each trick reveals a fascinating aspect of the human mind and offers valuable insights into how we can better connect. By ethically and consciously applying these principles, we can not only achieve specific goals, but also contribute to creating an environment of understanding, cooperation, and mutual well-being. This guide explores 9 such psychological tricks in detail, describing each one's workings and how it can be applied in everyday life, at work, and in personal relationships. By understanding and using these techniques, we can improve our ability to positively influence the situation surrounding us, enhance our communication, and strengthen our connections with those around us. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like the video. You can help me continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment number 1. If you don't, please comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's begin. Trick 1. Be prepared. Prepare to embark on a journey through the fascinating world of applied psychology, where the science of human behavior intertwines with the power of communication and personal influence. A simple act like using someone's name during a conversation can have a profoundly positive impact. This gesture, though small, carries significant meaning and power. When we address someone by their name, we do more than just capture their attention. We acknowledge their individuality and implicitly express our respect and gratitude. Using a person's name creates a direct channel of communication, transforming ordinary interaction into a personal and meaningful connection. This nonverbal acknowledgement of another person's importance not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances the effectiveness of our message. However, for this trick to be truly effective, it's important to use it with authenticity. Excessive or overt manipulation can easily be detected, leading to feelings of discomfort or distrust, thereby undermining the positive potential of the interaction. The key to effectively using someone's name lies in restraint and a genuine desire to establish a connection. This can be particularly crucial at the beginning of a conversation or when asking a direct question or expressing gratitude, creating moments of recognition that reinforce the value of the interaction. Furthermore, active listening and genuine interest in what the other person is saying complement the use of their name, strengthening the connection and demonstrating respect for their experience and perspective. This seemingly simple trick is a powerful tool in the art of positive influence and relationship building, reflecting a deep understanding that effective communication is rooted in acknowledging the dignity and worth of each individual. Conscious use of a person's name not only improves our communication skills, but also practices a form of respect and empathy that can completely transform the nature of our interactions. Ultimately, careful and respectful use of a person's name can open doors to deeper understanding and more significant and long-lasting relationships. Trick 2. Smiling is one of the most powerful and underestimated tools of communication at our disposal. It transcends cultural and language barriers, capable of conveying joy, openness, and empathy without the need for words. But not just any smile. Here we're talking about a genuine smile, one that engages not only the muscles of the mouth, but also the eyes, creating what's known as crow's feet. This type of smile, often called a Duchenne smile, is universally recognized as a sign of happiness and sincerity, and possesses the power to disarm, create instant connections, and even change the emotional state of the recipient. This outward expression of positive emotions, according to studies, can positively influence the mood and disposition of others, creating an atmosphere of positivity and openness. Moreover, a smile can be contagious, triggering a chain reaction of positive emotions that has the potential to improve not only the moment, but also the entire day of someone. Conscious application of sincere smiles in our daily interactions, whether in personal or professional settings, is a simple yet profoundly effective strategy for enhancing the quality of our communication and relationships. It involves more than just smiling for the sake of it. It's an act of openness, vulnerability, and authenticity. When we genuinely smile at someone, we're communicating without words that we're glad to see them, that we value their presence, and that we're open to positive connection. It's important to remember that a smile should be used appropriately in context and perceived as genuine. Forced or inappropriate smiles can have the opposite effect, creating distance instead of closeness. Therefore, it's essential to be mindful not only of our intention to smile, but also of the recipient's reaction. Sincere smiling is an art in communication, capable of opening doors and building bridges where words may fail. It's a reminder that even in the simplest moments, we can have a significant impact on the world around us, creating an atmosphere of positivity, empathy, and genuine human connection. By incorporating genuine smiles into our arsenal of social interactions, we enrich both the giver and the receiver, demonstrating kindness and humanity in our everyday interactions. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Trick 3. Mirroring. Mirroring is a fascinating psychological technique that explores people's natural tendency to feel more connected and comfortable with those who reflect their behavior, gestures, or patterns. This phenomenon is evident in our inclination towards familiarity and rapport in interactions. It can be observed in our efforts to mirror and match the body language, tone of voice, or speech patterns of those we're engaging with, often subconsciously, in our quest for connection and communication. Mirroring plays a significant role in our social interactions and relationships, facilitating understanding, empathy, and mutual trust. By subtly reflecting the behavior of others, we create a sense of similarity and rapport, fostering a deeper connection and facilitating smoother communication. This technique is particularly powerful in situations where establishing rapport is essential, such as building trust, resolving conflicts, or negotiating agreements. Mirroring is not about mimicry or imitation, but rather about mirroring the essence of the other person's behavior genuinely and respectfully. It's a subtle form of communication that conveys attentiveness, empathy, and a willingness to connect on a deeper level. However, like any tool, mirroring should be used judiciously and with sensitivity to the dynamics of the interaction. It's essential to be mindful of the other person's comfort level and to avoid crossing boundaries or appearing insincere. In the art of communication, mirroring is a valuable skill that can open doors and bridge gaps where words alone may fall short. It's a reminder that even in the most complex interactions, we can exert a significant influence by understanding and aligning with the experiences and perspectives of others. By incorporating mirroring into our repertoire of social interactions, we enhance our ability to connect, communicate, and build meaningful relationships, enriching both our personal and professional lives. Being a powerful communication tool when used consciously and subtly, mirroring works because people are generally attracted to symmetry and similarity. This can lead to increased empathy and mutual trust, making communication more effective and relationships stronger. To apply mirroring effectively, it is necessary to do so moderately and almost imperceptibly. The goal is not to mechanically copy every movement or word, but to capture the essence of the other person's behavior so that imitation seems natural. This may include synchronizing speech rhythms, adopting similar body postures, or reflecting facial expressions. These actions, when performed carefully, can contribute to a deeper, subconsciously perceived connection with the other person because they feel more understood or closer. It is crucial for mirroring to be practiced with respect and honesty. Imitation should be based on the intention to create a genuine connection rather than manipulative strategies when used sincerely. Mirroring not only improves communication, but also strengthens mutual respect and attention, which are key elements of any healthy relationship. Mirroring can be particularly useful in professional situations, such as negotiations or meetings, where understanding plays a crucial role. By mirroring gestures or tone of voice of colleagues or clients, a more harmonious atmosphere conducive to mutual understanding and overall success can be created. Mirroring is not just a psychological trick. It is an approach to communication that, when used with consideration and authenticity, has the potential to turn random interactions into meaningful connections. With respect and sincerity, we can not only improve our ability to communicate with others, but also enrich our social experiences deeply and for a long time. Trick 4. The principle of reciprocity. The trick of the technique of benevolence is a subtle strategy based on the psychological principle of reciprocity, suggesting that asking someone for something can paradoxically strengthen that person's attachment to you. This idea became popular under the name named after the famous incident when Benjamin Franklin asked a political rival to borrow a rare book, which led to a long-lasting friendship between them. The main idea is that by fulfilling a request, a person justifies their actions to themselves, believing that they like the one they help, thus laying the foundation for more positive relationships. The key here is to ask for something small and reasonable that will not cause discomfort but still requires conscious effort from the other person. This request not only opens the doors for more meaningful interaction, but also instills a sense of personal investment in the relationship. It is important to note that the success of this technique depends on sincerity and appropriate timing to avoid appearing manipulative. Proper acknowledgement and gratitude for the fulfilled request are crucial for reinforcing positive perception and reciprocity in relationships. Asking for help also provides an opportunity to show trust in another person by acknowledging their abilities or resources, which can boost the individual's self-esteem and contribute to the dynamics of interaction and mutual respect. When used with caution, the request technique can become a valuable tool for strengthening bonds, facilitating open communication, and creating more united and collaborative communities. However, like any influencing technique, it is important to respect the boundaries and autonomy of the other person. The request technique should be seen as a means of initiating dialogue and building relationships based on mutual respect, rather than a strategy for gaining advantage or manipulation. It can be a powerful means to develop deep and satisfying personal and professional relationships. The principle of reciprocity. This is a powerful psychological principle that plays a key role in human and social interaction. At its core, it assumes that when someone does something for us, we feel a strong internal desire to repay them in return. This impulse for reciprocity can manifest in various ways, whether through a deal, a gift, or simply gratitude. This trick exploits the innate tendency toward reciprocity, a fundamental impulse observed across cultures worldwide. Conscious application of the reciprocity principle in our lives can profoundly influence how we interact with others. By offering something first, whether an act of kindness, valuable information, or even a small gift, we foster cooperation and strengthen our social bonds. This not only increases the likelihood of a positive response, but also nourishes a cycle of giving and receiving, enriching our interactions and communities. The application of this principle must be done with genuine generosity and without expecting personal gain. The true magic of reciprocity occurs when kind acts are performed without expectation. People understand when a gesture is made sincerely and without hidden motives. In turn, their response is usually warmer and more genuine. However, overly generous gestures can be perceived as attempts to obligate or manipulate, which may cause discomfort or resistance. It is also important to understand the appropriate moment for offering, and to do so in a way that elicits a positive reaction from the other person. Reciprocity need not be immediate or directly proportional. An act of giving initiates a chain of kindness that often returns to the giver in unexpected and pleasant forms. Patience and trust in this process are key, as is the willingness to receive. The reciprocity principle is not merely a psychological trick. It is a philosophy of life that, when applied with honesty and empathy, has the power to transform our relationships and communities. By engaging in acts of selfless kindness, we not only cultivate rich and fulfilling relationships, but also contribute to the emergence of a more cooperative and harmonious world. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Trick 5. Scarcity. Scarcity is a psychological principle according to which people tend to value what is perceived as rare or at risk of becoming unavailable. This phenomenon, driven by the fear of losing something valuable, can significantly influence our decisions and behavior. By employing the concept of scarcity in marketing strategies, for example, one can enhance the perceived value of a product, service, or opportunity, stimulating faster and more decisive actions. Effectively utilized scarcity creates a sense of urgency, making offers appear more attractive simply because they are limited. This can be observed in sales promotions while supplies last, countdowns to the end of an offer, or limited availability of exclusive items. The key to the success of this strategy lies in its authenticity. Artificial scarcity or perceived manipulation can evoke distrust and undermine trust. For effective implementation of scarcity, it is essential to communicate the value of the offer, highlighting not only its rarity, but also why it is desirable or advantageous. This may involve focusing on the unique features of the product, exclusive benefits, opportunities, or the unique experience offered. The idea is to make the offer not only limited, but also irresistibly valuable. Scarcity can be applied ethically by restricting the offer based on real limitations, such as time availability, resource quantity, or access to exclusive experiences. This not only confirms scarcity as a legitimate factor, but also respects the intellect and autonomy of the consumer or interlocutor, laying the interaction on principles of honesty and mutual respect. However, it is extremely important to be sensitive to how scarcity can affect people. While it can stimulate actions, it can also cause concern or undue pressure. Therefore, when using scarcity, one should always consider the balance between encouraging informed decisions and avoiding emotional manipulation. Scarcity is a powerful psychological tool that, when used alongside sincere offers, can enrich interaction and transactions by creating a sense of value and urgency that benefits both the offerer and the recipient. Trick 6. Validation of emotions. This occurs when we acknowledge and accept another person's feelings as legitimate and understandable, regardless of whether we agree with the reasons for those emotions or not. By validating emotions, we communicate that we value the other person's perspective and experience, creating a safe space for genuine expression and constructive dialogue. Emotional validation plays a key role in conflict resolution and emotional support, as it demonstrates empathy and understanding. When people feel that their emotions are recognized, they are more likely to feel comfortable, leading to deeper reflections and feelings, facilitating the resolution of misunderstandings and strengthening the bond between parties. To effectively validate others' emotions, it is important to practice active listening, reflecting on what has been said, and acknowledging the expressed emotion. Simple statements like, "It sounds like that was disappointing for you," or "I can understand why you would feel that way," can be extremely powerful. These statements not only show that you are paying attention and that the emotional well-being of the other person matters to you, but also involve avoiding biased judgments or attempts to immediately correct how someone should feel. The goal is not to solve the problem, but to acknowledge the person's emotional experience. This recognition can be incredibly affirming and healing, allowing the person to feel heard and understood, which is often the first step toward overcoming emotional issues or resolving conflicts. It is crucial to apply emotional validation with sincerity. Validation that appears forced or insincere can have the opposite effect, causing feelings of isolation or misunderstanding. Therefore, sincerity in emotional communication is key. Validating others' emotions is a psychological trick. Trick 7. Curiosity. Curiosity is a powerful force in human psychology, capable of motivating learning, exploration, and attention. This trick involves piquing someone's curiosity to make communication, information, or an offer much more attractive and engaging. By arousing curiosity, you create an emotional hook that can significantly increase attention retention, motivation to act, and memorability of the presented content. Effective use of curiosity often involves presenting a captivating question, surprising fact, or mystery that makes the listener want to learn more. This can be done through various techniques such as using headlines or introductions that prompt questions, presenting challenges that encourage problem solving, or gradually revealing information that keeps the audience interested from start to finish. Awakening curiosity also means playing with the unknown and unexpected. People are naturally drawn to puzzles and to what they do not fully understand, which prompts them to seek answers and solutions. This trick can be particularly effective in educational and marketing environments, where engaging the audience is key to the success of delivering a message or selling a product. It is important to find a balance between the amount of information and the level of mystery presented. Too much uncertainty can lead to disappointment or refusal, while too little may not be enough to generate genuine interest. The key is to find the right balance that captures the imagination of the audience, leading them on a journey of discovery that is both satisfying and informative. When maintaining curiosity, it is important to provide resolutions or conclusions that are satisfying. Satisfying curiosity should lead to increased knowledge, deep understanding, or enrichment. This not only rewards the audience for their engagement, but also strengthens the bond between the communicator and the recipient, creating a positive memory associated with the interaction. Curiosity is a psychological trick that, when skillfully employed, can change the way information is perceived and retained. Awakening and satisfying curiosity not only make learning and communication more effective, but also more enjoyable, fostering deeper and long-lasting connections with the presented content or message. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Trick 7. Anticipation. Anticipation is a psychological trick that explores the exciting expectation of something that is supposed to happen, increasing interest and involvement through the promise of future rewards or experiences. This principle is based on the idea that the anticipation of an event can be as exciting or even more so than the event itself. Anticipation creates tension that keeps people interested and excited. Effective use of anticipation involves building anticipation through teasers, hints, or promises of what's to come, gradually increasing excitement and involvement as the event approaches. Anticipation can be a powerful motivator for action, encouraging people to engage with content or activities in anticipation of the promised rewards or experiences. Whether it's the anticipation of a thrilling climax in a story, the excitement of an upcoming event, or the promise of a future reward, anticipation can captivate attention and drive engagement. In marketing and entertainment, anticipation is often used to build excitement around product launches, events, or releases, generating buzz and anticipation among the audience. By strategically leveraging anticipation, communicators can create anticipation that keeps people engaged and eager for what's to come. It's important to manage anticipation carefully, ensuring that the promises made are fulfilled and that the anticipated experience lives up to expectations. Satisfying anticipation should result in a rewarding experience or outcome, reinforcing positive associations and strengthening engagement with the content or message. Anticipation is a psychological trick that taps into the thrill of expectation, driving interest and involvement through the promise of future rewards or experiences. By skillfully using anticipation, communicators can create excitement and engagement that keeps people eagerly anticipating what's to come. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Trick 8. Anticipation involves creating a sense of expectation and curiosity, laying the groundwork for something big, exciting, or unfolding. Keeping the audience attentive and interested in narrative context, anticipation can be used to build tension in a story, keeping the audience on the edge of their seats, eager for developments. In education, introducing a topic with an intriguing question or challenge can boost students' interest, prompting them to explore further. To be effective, anticipation should strike a balance between revealing and withholding information. Too much revealed information can diminish interest, while too little can confuse or disappoint the audience. The secret lies in maintaining a balance that keeps people curious and anticipatory, but also confident that the anticipation is worth it. Additionally, it's crucial to deliver on the promises made during the anticipation period. Anticipation heightens expectations, and if the outcome doesn't meet those expectations, it can lead to disappointment and loss of trust. Therefore, the experience or end product needs to be satisfying and valuable to maintain audience trust and satisfaction. Anticipation can also have a positive impact on emotional well-being, as the expectation of positive events can increase happiness and satisfaction. Thus, anticipation is not just a tool for engagement and marketing, but also a valuable component in creating enriching experiences. Used strategically and responsibly, anticipation can amplify interest, emotions, and satisfaction by nurturing expectations and delivering enjoyable experiences. This allows for the creation of memorable moments and the building of deeper and more meaningful connections with the audience. Exploring the richness of available psychological tricks, from power to magic, anticipation becomes evident as a deep understanding of human psychology can transform our interactions and relationships. Each technique, based on solid psychological principles, provides us with insight into the human mind, revealing ways in which we can positively influence both ourselves and those around us. Strategies applied with ethics and care have the potential not only to improve communication and strengthen relationships, but also to contribute to the creation of more empathetic and understanding communities. However, it's essential always to maintain integrity and respect for others, using these tricks to promote the common good rather than manipulation or unfair personal gain. Understanding and applying these psychological techniques open pathways to more effective communication, deeper relationships, and a fuller understanding of human nature. Armed with these tools, we can navigate the social world more easily, create more meaningful connections, and positively impact the situations we encounter. In conclusion, the psychological tricks discussed in this guide demonstrate the power of applied psychology. They remind us of the importance of approaching each interaction with empathy, awareness, and a genuine desire to make a positive contribution to the lives of those we engage with. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment on number 5 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Trick 9, the foot in the door technique. The foot in the door technique is a subtle yet highly effective strategy employed in persuasion, rooted in the psychological principle of consistency. This principle posits that once an individual commits to a small action or belief, they are more likely to adhere to subsequent larger requests that align with that initial commitment. Essentially, by gaining compliance with a minor request initially, you pave the way for acceptance of a larger, more significant one later on. To illustrate, imagine you're a salesperson aiming to sell a high-end vacuum cleaner. Rather than immediately presenting the customer with the hefty price tag, you might begin by asking them to participate in a brief survey about household cleaning habits or to watch a demonstration of the product. Once they've engaged in these smaller tasks, they've essentially agreed to your initial requests, establishing a psychological precedent of compliance. This primes them to be more receptive when you eventually propose the purchase of the vacuum cleaner itself. Crucially, the success of the foot in the door technique hinges on several key factors. Firstly, the initial request must be modest and non-threatening, ensuring that the individual feels comfortable and willing to acquiesce. Secondly, it's imperative to foster an atmosphere of trust and credibility throughout the interaction. If the person perceives any hint of manipulation or deceit, the effectiveness of the technique diminishes significantly. Moreover, ethical considerations are paramount when employing this strategy. While it can be a potent tool for influencing behavior, it's essential to uphold the autonomy of the individual and refrain from coercing them into decisions they're not genuinely comfortable with. Maintaining transparency and respecting boundaries are fundamental principles that should underpin any persuasive endeavor. The foot in the door technique exemplifies the intricate interplay between psychology and persuasion. By leveraging the innate human desire for consistency and commitment, individuals can subtly guide others towards desired outcomes, all while fostering mutual respect and understanding. When wielded responsibly, this technique has the potential to facilitate positive interactions and achieve mutually beneficial results. By applying these principles in everyday life, we open doors to a world of unlimited possibilities for connection, growth, and mutual understanding. Thank you for watching, and until the next video.